any shot is a good shot. Anything on the perimeter is fine with them.
Redwood is a much more an outside-oriented team than the Tamalpais Red-tailed Hawks. They'll surround it with three-point shooters, look for both Ross and Jeff Walker, maybe Rowan Fennell to fire up the threes, as Chris mentioned. Any shot's a good shot for pretty much for both teams. Chris mentioned Maricandera. He only had 11 points against San Rafael, but there was a game that the team only scored 30. So this is a kid that is their leading scorer. He's had as many as 26 against Rancho Cotati. The turnovers, as Chris mentioned, one more statistic to throw at you before we start. Tam had 28 turnovers, 17 of them were steals against the Bulldogs, and you're not going to win a game doing that.
Boy, I don't care what level you're playing at, whether it's CYO, high school, college, or the NBA, you turn the ball over 28 times, you're going to have a hard time winning. You're really hurting yourself. You're not giving yourself a chance to win. That's 28 shots that you didn't get, so it makes it real difficult when you turn the ball over that much.
To sum it up, if Tam can hang onto the ball, get it inside to Andera, they've got a chance. Redwood, as we said, they want to fire up as many threes as they can, and we'll be back with this ball game when we come back.
In baseball, the key to success is preparation. By developing fundamental skills early on, players get ready for those important future games. Planning and preparation are just as important for you. Do well in school today, and you'll be ready for high school tomorrow. By taking the right high school classes, you'll be prepared for college, and if you study hard, money will be available to help you pay for college. There are special grants, scholarships, and student loans. Prepare now. College is the possible dream.
You tell him, Dad.
The Redwood Giants and Tamalpais Red-tailed Hawks, the boys version, getting ready to get underway. The starters for Tam in the backcourt, Jason Lotho and Kamani Davison. They're in the backfield together on the football field. Philip Aguilan and Paul Austin, the forwards, and Maricandera, the center for Tam. For Redwood, they will start Ross Walker and Chris Lynn in the backcourt, Jeff Walker and Sean Powell, the forwards, and Rowan Fennell, the center, but that's kind of a misnomer. They've got to put someone in the center spot. Rowan will move outside and shoot the three as much as with as much time, and Andera gets up and wins the tip. Finish the thought about Fennell. He'll be outside as much as he is inside. Andera way away from the basket. Gets it to Aguilan. Looking inside for Austin. Spins into the lane. Shot blocked from behind, out of bounds. Still Tam basketball. Again, no shot clock in boys high school basketball, but as we mentioned at the top, that shouldn't figure too much into this ball game.
Won't matter. Won't matter in this one.
Davison in the corner, along with Jason Lotho. Now they spread things out. Lotho drives baseline, bounce pass for Andera. He loses it. It's loose and controlled by Jeff Walker for the Redwood Giants. Into the front court. Fennell in the corner. Jeff Walker. This is Ross Walker at the top. Chris Lynn. Good motion.
Redwood running the flex offense right here.
Ross Walker goes baseline, or correction, that's Jeff Walker. Missed the layup, and Andera gets up for the rebound. He's got some leaping ability. Got way up for the tip and then skied for that rebound. He's got the ball right about the elbow, as they like to call it, the side of the key. Gets it back, shoots from 15. Front iron won't go. Crashing for the rebound is Fennell. Goes to the floor, but managed to get it to Jeff Walker. Over to Ross Walker. He drives an Aguilan, pulls up, 12-foot fadeaway is good.
It's a nice smooth shot there, nice penetration, sweet pull up, that was nice.
Redwood now will go to a press. Austin to Lotho to break the press. Lotho drives, bounce pass for Andera, goes up and slams it home.
Wow, out of nowhere. Baseline dunk, that was beautiful. Great pass.
2-2 ball game, top of the key. Now they get it to Fennell on the left side, drives on Andera, and he spills, loses the ball, no call. And now they get a call reaching in on either Sean Powell or Chris Lynn. Take your pick.
And the referees are going to have to get on top of this game early, or it's going to be a bloodbath. It's just the two very aggressive teams, and they're going to get after each other. And real important to set the tempo right away by the referees.
Chris Lynn, the one whistled for that foul. First personal, first team foul. Austin drives on Powell, pulls up, shot blocked by Powell. Rebound controlled by Ross Walker. He's ahead of the pack. Austin trailing, mugs him. The foul will be on Austin. The shot did not go, and Austin actually did a pretty good job of making a hard foul there without getting called for the flagrant or intentional.
It's tough to do. He's running behind, actually grabs him from around the waist and then fouls, and that was very, very close to being an intentional foul. He's very lucky to not be whistled for that.
Austin with his first personal, first team. Ross Walker hits the first free throw, and this is an excellent foul shooting team is Redwood. Ross Walker came in shooting upwards of 90% from the line, and he buries them both. 4-2, Ross Walker with all 4 points for the Giants, and again they will press. Lotho breaks the press, finds Andera, a little 4-foot jumper off the iron, won't go. Lotho fights for the rebound, last touch by Powell, and it'll still be TAM basketball. 5:28 to go in the first quarter. 4-2 Redwood. Rather dapperly dressed Don Rasmussen. The ball is loose. Aguilan fighting in with Chris Lynn. Lynn comes away with nothing but a floorboard bird. Lotho shoots a three and misses it, and Powell with the rebound. Jeff Walker pushes it up the court. Powell thought about the three, now drives to the hole, lays it up with the right hand, won't go, and Andera with the rebound.
Boy, Andera is just head and shoulders above everybody else when he gets a rebound. He's got great hops.
Lotho thought about the three again, still thinking about it. Now back to Davis, and he won't think about it. He'll just fire and it won't go. The rebound to Fennell rather. Ross Walker drives, goes coast to coast, lay it up and in.
That's a nice move, but TAM's got to do a better job of stopping penetration. They need to pick him up early. They allowed him to get far too deep into the lane, and it's just too easy of a shot.
And Scott Matson's going to take timeout with 4:37 to go. Ross Walker with all 6 points, and we've seen on a couple of occasions, not just on that one, as you mentioned, the penetration from the Redwood guards. And as you said, just a little bit too easy for them, and TAM's got to do something about that.
Well, in transition defense, Eric, you always want to get back, and whoever's bringing the ball up the court, he needs to be stopped or picked up just over the halfway line. And if you allow him to keep going, he goes coast to coast, and he gets deeper and more penetration, more speed going. He's awfully tough to stop when he gets a full head of steam going. He needs to be channeled one way or the other and picked up earlier. And they got to do a better job of that. Even and Redwood does as well. They Lotho got in real deep in the lane a few plays ago as well. So
look at Scott Matson in his second year. Both coaches, both he and Don Rasmussen, in their second year. TAM has already, and perhaps Scott doesn't want to be reminded of last year, but they've already, with their 3 wins this year, already surpassed last year's total. And Redwood also, for that matter, they won just 5 games last year. They're 6-7 at this point. Both teams, though, 0-1 in league play. Monty Davison way away from the basket. Guarded by Ross Walker. Andera at the high post, turnaround from 15, and he buries it. That's a nice-looking shot.
That's a real nice-looking shot for a big man. That's pretty impressive right there.
Sean Powell cut off by Austin. Back to Jeff Walker. Ross Walker now working on Aguilan. Loses the ball, but Jeff Walker will run it down and shoot a three from the top of the key and bury it. We've got going to have a hold on the press. It will be on Chris Lynn, and that will be Chris's second team foul. 9-4, Redwood by 5. Austin to Lotho. They've now got a 3-on-2. Bounce pass for Andera, and that's broken up. It's still loose in the lane. Finally, Andera comes away with it and lays it up and in.
Very scrappy play there by Andera to come with the ball.
9-6. The lead is 3 for the Giants. Jeff Walker open again from the left side, in and out on the 3. Austin with the rebound. Aguillon with needing some help now finds Davis. Austin, they're trying to get it to him inside, and he's well guarded by Fennell. Powell now on Ondera. Now they get it inside Austin. Spin, shot blocked from behind by Fennell, and we have a reaching foul. I think it's going to be on Paul Austin.
Fennell's had a big impact in this game already. He's blocked 2 or 3 shots early here. Getting his hands on everything.
The foul is on Paul Austin. That is his second personal foul. Into the game for the Hawks, number 10, Morgan Phones. And he will replace Kamani Davison. So both Austin and Chris Lynn now for Redwood playing as Powell set up by Ross Walker. His jumper won't go. Both those two players, Austin for Tam and Chris Lynn, playing with 2 personal fouls. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. 9-6 Redwood. Lotho thought about the 3, and when he tried to put it on the floor, he traveled with it. Jason not so sure about that. Ross Walker at the top of the key, cut off at the foul line, kicks it over to Lynn, who drives baseline. He finds Powell, turnaround won't go, and Austin with the rebound for the Hawks.
And Ondera was all over him on that shot.
Ondera again comes to the high post. Now finds Lotho cutting backdoor. His shot blocked by Fennell. We're going to have an upheld ball situation on the block by Rowan Fennell.
Here he goes up, and well, they showed it a little too late, but he lost control of the ball, and somebody for Redwood got a hand on it.
Giants ball, they come into the front court. And the pass right to Phones. Tried to get it to Lynn. He gets it ahead to Aguillon. His layup in the foul called on Chris Lynn as he went in for the layup, and that'll be 3 on Chris Lynn, one of the starting guards for the Giants.
Well, Redwood doesn't have a deep bench to begin with. They only have 9 players, and he had 3 fouls this early in the game. It really puts a lot of pressure on your coach, especially if he's such a key player.
Aguillon going to the free throw line for a pair. Is short on the first one. This is a team that's below 50% from the foul line, the Red-tailed Hawks. And he misses them both. Ross Walker with the rebound. Heading the other way, he's got 3-on-1, gives it up to Jeff Walker, lay it up and in.
That's a great dish there. Great penetration, good vision.
Lob for Ondera, and he's got another dunk.
Boy, Ondera's going to have to be careful. He's hanging on the rim there. He's done it twice now, and he's going to get himself a technical foul.
He's got all 8. Beautiful pump fake by Powell, lay it up and in. 13-8, Redwood by 5. Ondera with all 8 for the Hawks. There's a turnover in the backcourt. The press forcing the turnover. Powell at the foul line, pulls up, little 12-footer, buries it. Very quickly, Redwood up now by 7 as we enter the final minute of the first quarter. Blake Wellen into the game, tries to get it to Ondera. Ball knocked away now. Austin controls it. This is Phones, again, looking for Ondera, but can't get it to him. Now they get it to him. Turnaround from the foul line is partially blocked. Rebound volleyball back to Ross Walker. 30 seconds to go in the half, or the quarter rather. I wonder if Redwood has any thoughts of holding it for one shot here. Powell's going to go baseline around Austin. Challenge Ondera and lose the battle. Ondera with the block. 10 seconds to go in the half, or quarter again. Down to 5 seconds. It does not look like Phones realizes that. He forces up a 3, and it bounces harmlessly out of bounds with 7/10 of a second to go in the quarter.
Well, he had 8 seconds left. He sure could have got a better shot than that. He just waited too long, held the ball too long, and he took the shot probably too soon. He could have passed it to somebody else. That's not a very good shot.
Henry Mims will check into the ball game, replacing Paul Austin for Tam. Inbound to Jeff Walker, who fires from 3/4 of the court, and it doesn't go, obviously. We have reached the end of the first quarter, but let's take a look at that block.
You see the dunk here. Oh, look, he hangs on the rim there, and well, you're going to get a technical foul. I don't know how he got away with that one, but well, he gets up. I haven't seen anything like him in a long time as far as, you know, guys dunking the ball all the time. You just don't see that very often in this league.
Well, I've been doing games 3 years in America, and there in the first quarter I've seen him at the first 2 dunks in those 3 years. He's got all 8 points for Tam, but not enough. He needs some help. They trail by 7 after 1. Lead pass now is out of bounds over the head of Eric Kaplan into the game for the Giants.
I'll tell you, if I'm Tam, I'm going to go down on Dara every single time down the court. Redwood has not proved they can stop him, and I don't know, they should go to him all the time and let him make some decisions down there. He looks pretty good, and make them stop you first.
Lotho breaks the press, now kicks it on the left side to Wellen. The layup won't go, but he drew the foul.
Here you see the penetration, nice pass and a push there.
The foul on Eric Kaplan, his first personal, 4th team foul. Blake Wellen will have a pair. And he hits the first one. First person other than Ondera in the scoring column for the Hawks. And he can cut the lead to 3 with this one. And he's got them both. Ross Walker into the front court for the Giants. They set a pick, and now Fennell's got some room, drives down the lane, and a nice finger roll. Fennell with his first points, 17-12, Giants by 5 now. Ondera flashes to the high post now. Now he's going down into the block. They're going to get a reaching foul. Sean Powell reaching around from behind.
Sean Powell's out of position there and tried to reach over the top. You see it a little bit late, but he reaches from around behind, just like in the girls' game we said, you know, you're going to get that foul more often than not.
That's the 5th team foul. Powell's going to go to the bench, and now it looks like Eric Kaplan's going to get his chance to try and guard Ondera. Give him the ball on a bounce pass back to Lotho in the corner. Lob underneath. Ondera, nice pass for Mims, broken up out of bounds. Mark Hoffman got a hand on it, knocked it out for the Giants. No, Ondera doesn't force things down there either. If he gets double teamed, he's more than willing to give the ball up. Gets it inside, goes baseline. Shot looks like blocked that time by Kaplan.
Or by the side of the backboard. I think he got himself underneath the basket too far.
Hoffman goes baseline, throws up a little runner, 8 feet, and it goes.
Well, tough shot by Hoffman. Boy, didn't know if he was going to pass it or shoot it, and he just threw it up there and it went in.
The lead is 7 now, 19-12. Phones to Lotho. Pulls up, 15-foot jumper is good. Jason Lotho with his first bucket. And it's back to a 5-point game. Here we go the other way. Jeff Walker lay it up and in, count the basket, drew the foul. Henry Mims, the guilty party for the Hawks.
Boy, that's tough to swallow. You know, Tam just scores down the other end. They're giving up a layup back the other way. There's really no excuse for that. It's just not hustling back on defense. And those are the kind of plays that kill you. You know, you lose by 2 or 3 points, and those are the ones that come back to haunt you.
Jeff Walker going to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. And he does. The lead is now 8, 22-14, and we're going to have a pushing foul going for the steal, probably on Hoffman from behind.
Boy, Redwood just gets after it, don't they? I mean, just big-time pressure all the time. Don Ravison's a tough guy, tough coach, and, you know, they say the team is a reflection of their coach, and they just get after people. There's no quit in this team at all. Boy, relentless pressure.
They do get after it. Now Jeff Walker knocks the ball away, but Phones is able to track it down. But they've committed 6 team fouls now, so Tam will be shooting from the rest of the half. Ondera tried to hit a cutting Mims a little bit behind him. Ross Walker lead pass for Jeff Walker, broken up by Lotho and controlled by Phones. He gets double teamed in the front court, but finds Lotho close to an over and back. Now Phones will set things at the top of the key, working on Ross Walker. Ondera comes out high.
Tam running the flex offense as well. There should be no mysteries out there for either team. Both running the same.
On the baseline. Lotho top of the key and shuffled his feet again as he went to the hole. Boy, I think Jason's having a problem. That stutter step worked for him beautifully on the football field, but it's a turnover here in the...
You see, he shuffles his feet before he puts the ball on the floor. He switches pivot feet, and you just can't do that.
22-14, Redwood by 8. 5:34 to go in the first half. As we expected, it has been frenetically paced. Hoffman now drives the lane on Austin, throws one up, catches the back of the rim, and gets the roll.
Well, Hoffman's just pulling out of nowhere so far. He's hit 2 tough shots, real tough.
And we have our first double-digit lead of the game at 24-14. Austin now breaks the press. Austin in the corner. Lotho drives, slashes to the hole, and a shot blocked and a foul. We're going to get a foul on Rowan Fennell as he came over to try to help out.
I'll tell you what, Otho, if we get a replay of that again, I don't know if we can, but he did the exact same thing again. He shuffled the feet and he got away with it. He couldn't see the defender was in the way, but he switches his pivot feet. He probably doesn't even know what he's doing. It's tough to break that. You've been doing it for so long, but he's going to keep getting those calls.
Jason Lotho going to the line now to shoot a pair. The foul was on Fennell, his first and 7th team foul. Tam has committed just 3 with 4:54 to go in the half. In and out for Lotho, and we talked about the trouble Tam has had free throw shooting. They are under 50%, and you would think that being in the bonus with 5 minutes to go in the half could be an advantage, but you got to hit your free throws.
Well, you watch Lotho, he falls away from the line like that. You see that? He's got a great release, great form, but he's falling away from the basket when he's shooting the free throw, and it's not helping himself any.
He's going to get a break. Sean Powell was in the lane a little bit early, rather. He was in the lane a little bit early.
Watch him fall away on his shot here on his free throw. See that?
Well, he hits that one, does Jason Lotho. His 3rd point of the game, and cuts the lead to 9 at 24-15.
He's got great mechanics on his shot, I'll tell you. He's got a nice release.
Kamani Davison checks back in, replacing Lotho. Phones guarding Ross Walker. Kaplan way away from the bucket now. Ross Walker shows the ball, goes baseline, pulls up, fadeaway jumper won't go. Rebound by Hoffman, goes up, and that won't go, and Ondera with another rebound. Number 24 is Corey Cortez in the game for the Red-tailed Hawks. Davison at the top of the key to Cortez, back to Davison. And they were really sagging off the shooters surrounding Ondera down low. Now they go back door for him, and the pass not quite high enough that time, and it goes actually off Kaplan and then off Ondera. So it'll be Giants basketball. You get a guy 6'4" that can jump like that, just put it up close to the basket for him. Hoffman goes baseline again, runs into Austin, and an offensive foul.
Boy, I think they missed the first foul when he was driving the basket. He really got hammered there, and there's no call. Oh, maybe not. I thought 24 there pushed him, but evidently didn't.
Second foul on Mark Hoffman. And again, Redwood showing their press. Cortez breaks it, and Lynn from behind knocks it out of bounds and takes a seat in the 3rd row.
Great hustle.
3:48 to go in the first half. 24-15 our score. Inbounds pass is off of the foot of Chris Lynn. It'll still be Tam ball. Dara to Cortez, knocked off of Chris Lynn and out of bounds again. And then we're going to have a hold on the out of bounds play, and that will go on, it looks like Mark Hoffman, who wants to know what he did. That is his third personal, and it sends Kamani Davis into the foul line.
Foul starting to mount up on Redwood there. They may have some trouble in the second half of this.
Aaron Cutler, a 6-foot sophomore, will check into the ball game. Davison hits the front end, so he'll get the second. And he hits them both. Tam now within 7 at 24-17. Cutler to clear lane to the basket, but out of nowhere comes Paul Austin to swat it off the backboard. Save 2 there, did Paul Austin. Take another look, and he just came out of nowhere. A three-pointer on the way by Lynn won't go. The rebound is tipped out towards midcourt and run down by Kamani Davison. And he loses the ball as he goes in for the layup. Cutler comes away with it. And now all sorts of contact, and we're going to have a foul on Tam in the backcourt.
Well, that's too bad for Kamani Davison there. He worked real hard, got the steal, and just loses control of the ball. Boy, that's a tough break. Great hustle by Tam.
The foul on Paul Austin, and it is his third. The team's fourth with 3:25 to go. Henry Mims will check into the ballgame for Tam, replacing Austin. Also back in the game is Aguilan. Bandera, Phones, Davison, Mims, and Aguilan. 5 on the court for the Hawks. Jeff Walker now sets up Cutler. Back to Kaplan. He'll shoot a 3, and he's going to be fouled. I think after the shot, Henry Mims pushed him.
Well, Mims kind of tunneled him here after he shoots the ball, and you know, it's the last thing you want to see is foul the jump shooter. You hear coaches say it over and over again, don't ever foul the jump shooter, and especially when he's shooting a three-pointer way outside. And boy, not a really good idea there.
It will give Kaplan 3 free throws because he was shooting the three-pointer. So a guy takes possibly a bad shot. He certainly missed it badly, and then the big error by Mims gives him 3 free throws, and we mentioned what a good free throw shooting team Redwood is. Kaplan at 75% on the year adds 3 more to his total.
Let's see if Tam tries to get the ball into Ondera here this time. And he really hasn't touched it in a while, and such a huge factor. I think you really got to get him involved in your offense somehow.
The lead back to 10 at 27-17. Now he goes back door, makes the catch, a nice catch, and lays it up and in. There he goes, right on cue.
Nice catch, great hands there. That was a tough pass to handle, I'll tell you. Threw a dart at him and he caught it.
He's got 12. This lead is now back to 8. Jeff Walker to Lynn. Kaplan at the top of the key, working on Mims. Drives on Mims, puts it up and blocked from behind out of bounds. Mims got to be careful. He's playing with 2 fouls, and he's in the game for Austin, who's got 3. Rowan Fennell and Ross Walker back into the ball game, replacing Lynn and Kaplan. Jeff Walker looking inside, and he gets it into Fennell. His shot blocked by Ondera. Davison leading a mini break, if you will, for the Hawks, but Redwood a good job getting back on defense. Davison drives, might have gotten away with a walk, loses the ball. Aguilan gets it, throws it up, that won't go, and Fennell with the rebound.
Just out of control basketball right there.
Powell now stopped by Mims, looking inside for Fennell, can't get him to him, and a 5-second count. That's very good defense by Henry Mims, not just by Henry Mims, really, but All 5 Tamalpais Red-tailed Hawks.
Well, it takes one guy to get on the ball, put the pressure on it, pick his dribble up, and then everybody else has to come to the party as well. And they did it. They put great pressure on their men and denied the lanes. Great team defense there by Tam.
Final 2 minutes of the first half, 27-19, Redwood by 8. Davison to Mims. Phones now in the corner. Undera at the high post. Mims gets it back to Undera. Tam showing a bit of patience here now. Down to 1:30 to go in the half. Undera flashes out. Now finds Phones cutting back door. Beautiful play, and Phones banks it off the glass and in. Gets the lead down to 6 at 27-21.
Nice patience there by Tam. You know, they ran their offense, made 7-8 passes, and got the layup. That's a great job.
Ross Walker might have gotten away with a carry. Instead, he fades away and hits the 8-foot jumper. He's now got 8, his first bucket of the quarter. The lead back to 9 at 30-21. Aguian coming, pulls up, Phones, lays it up, won't go. Fennell with the rebound. Final 50 seconds of the half. Ross Walker had the baseline if he wanted it. Tried to get it underneath to Jeff Walker. He can't. Phones comes away with it for the Hawks. 35 seconds to go. Davison now is going to go down the lane, loses it. It won't go on Dara. The rebound puts it back up and in off the glass. He's got 14 in the first half, and the lead is 6, 29-23. 22 seconds to go in the half now, and we'll see if Redwood doesn't look for one. They sure don't look like they've got that idea.
Well, they should, but you're right. I think they'll take the first good shot they get.
10 seconds to go now in the half. Ross Walker drives, can't get it to Fennell, to Cutler. 4 seconds, now they get it into Fennell, and he loses the ball to Phones, who tries to fire at the length of the court. He comes up about 10 feet short. And we have reached the end of the first half, and just like in the girls' game, Redwood gets out to a big lead. Tam finishes strong, and we've got ourselves a ball game at the half. It's 6 points. Redwood 29, Tam 23. Lead at 29-23. Merrick Undera for Tam.